Hey everyone, Sensor here, and welcome back to another Xenoblade Chronicles 3 video. Now, in this video, I'm going to be going over how to unlock the Soulhacker class. So this is a special class that doesn't learn or equip abilities or arts from other classes that you get, but they do learn arts from and skills from enemies that you defeat, specifically unique enemies. Now, in order to do that, you have to first unlock the class. Now, before I go over how to unlock the class, I wanted to just explain a little bit how it works, show it in combat. So, again, you learn abilities from unique enemies, but I have several different types of arts that I can choose from. These are the ones that I chose right now. I have the Beast Howl for high aggro. I'm not a tank, but I just have it just because I'm set for attack right now. I can use these high damaging abilities. I have this power charge on hit, toxic gas, this water jet that knocks back. The cool thing about Soulhacker is just that because they take talents, they take the skills and attacks from other people, they are very versatile. They're very different looking, and they're not really set to just like one role. I can pick defender, I can pick attacker, I can pick healer, and when I change that role in the skill section, it'll also change the stats. So there are also two different ones for each stat. So for attacker, there's one that focuses on more just like higher attack, but then they have lower dexterity. And then there's one that's like a little bit lower attack, but then they have higher dexterity, so they can hit more. For tank, like they have a high HP tank role, but then you can also do a slightly lower HP, but then more evasion. Healer, they have like a high healing power, and then another one that's just balanced stats all around, so you can kind of heal but then do some attacks and other stuff. Now when I defeat this enemy, you'll see the thing says soul hacked come up, soul hacked, and then it shows the thing that I got. So that was an enemy skill. Natural guard is a defender skill specifically just because they're meant to be taking the damage, but what it does is it lets me block attacks, increases the chance to block attacks. But now let's go over how to actually unlock the Soul Hacker class. So in order to unlock the hero quest, doing it my way, which lets you unlock the Soul Hacker class, you must first have progressed into the story far enough to where you've reached Sword March, and then you also have unlocked the boat boundary. Now the level of this quest is 46, but once you get the boat, then you'll just go up north, and then I would suggest to go to this camp. It's required for the main story, but not required for this quest. But it would just make it easier. Unlock the camp, Venisog home camp, and then from there, when you're traveling around on the boundary boat, you'll see quest-related events on the map. So if you go to around this area, northeast of the camp, then you'll see a quest-related event, and then when you go there, you'll discover Ishan Isle. It'll also start a cutscene where you see this Pharaonis walking through, and then the party will decide whether or not they should, follow it. So if you follow it, you'll see another quest-related event in around this area. You'll just go there onto the island. Once you get to the island, you will trigger another cutscene. Then you'll see the Mobius guy, he's a consul at the time, but yeah, you'll see him start the cutscene, and you'll unlock the actual quest doing it my way. Now, that's the most important part, just getting the quest. Doing the quest itself is pretty easy. I just will go over a couple points. The first part, there are 3 challenges. The first part is just fighting. It's simple. The second part does require you to follow the quest like normal, but then you'll get a discussion point. That's where the camp comes into play. It just makes it easier to just travel right back to this camp, go do the discussion point called booty with a question mark at the end, and it'll talk about getting items. 3 items will show up. One of them is just near like level 70 enemies, but you can get by without actually fighting them. And then the final part of that quest will have you, the second part of that quest has you choosing which item to give to him. I don't think it matters. I picked the coconut, and the other person picked the same item, but either way, I think it won't matter. Now the third part, the important thing is when you're going on the tracks. You have to follow the tracks to find the monster. There are two sets of tracks, one to the left and then one to the right. Now the left will lead to some poison. I turned back when I saw that. I don't know what happens if you go all the way to the left, but going to the right will eventually lead you to the monster. It'll be a small cutscene before that, and then it's just a monster that you have to fight for the quest. That's level 46. Now the enemies around there were in the mid 50 range, close to my level. So I don't know if the enemies before that just scaled or if they just are in the 50 range. So keep that in mind. If you get there and the enemies are higher level than you, then you might just have to come back later. If not, then it might just scale to you. But that's the only small point that I wanted to add. Other than that, once you've actually unlocked the quest doing it my way, that's pretty much all you need, and it's pretty straightforward from there. So that's all I wanted to do, talk about unlocking the Soulhacker class. It's a unique class. I wanted to explain a little bit how it works because it's pretty cool. You get to defeat unique enemies, you get different skills and attacks from them, and then you can also just pretty much change a role. You can do whatever you want. It's a fun class. If you liked the video, please give a like and subscribe for future videos, and as always, thanks for watching.